Teacher Lauren back. Back at it again. I'm here to share with you my July advice for new teachers and my July income with you from Outschool. So that way you guys can know that I'm staying up to date. Now, I've been seeing a lot of posts on Facebook about it's so unprofessional to share how much you make. Yes, in a regular setting, I agree. A lot of times, though, it's because HR doesn't want to know that you're each making different amounts. But usually that should be because you have different levels of experience, years with the company that you're working for or wherever you are, and your background as far as like your certifications, your licenses, and all that other stuff your degree plays a factor in that. Hopefully that's the only reason they're telling you not to share, and not that they're being shady about how much they're paying each person. But I think when you're an independent contractor, it's a little bit different. Also, I'm going to share because it motivates me to see what other people are capable of doing, and that potential makes me go, well, I could do it too. And then when they do that, I go, well, then what are you doing that I'm not doing? Let's swap notes, and I make friends that way. So if that's so taboo, then ignore this video. If you're cool with it, I'm going to share with it, because guess what? I'm cool with it. So let's get to it. I've already shared with you what I said about June as far as my first month advice. I'm going to do it again. So my first month advice, I was like, set your schedule how you want. I still agree with that, except I opened my schedule for midnight today. I never should have done that. I still have a midnight class, and I was almost just about to close that class, and then somebody else booked it, and then somebody else. So it's gaining popularity now, which is kind of nice, but it's going to go on for 26 weeks, y'all. It's an ABC's class that each week we learn a new letter. I made it for preschoolers. Oh my gosh. But that's okay. It's okay. It's all right. I enjoy that class. It's just 2 nights I have the midnight class. So that one, and then I have a numbers class that it ends after 10 weeks because we only cover 10 up to 1 through 10. And I'm about to finish it, so that's good. I'm kind of counting that down. I know that sounds awful. I created the class, but setting it at midnight was not my best decision in the world, so I'm advising you guys don't do that. The reason I say that is because I'm Eastern Standard Time. I thought I wasn't going to get a lot of bookings. I cannot teach during the day. But lo and behold, I've had parents say, oh, it's fine if you want to bring your daughter to class with you. And I've tried that a few times. She does well for at least 1 class, sometimes 2 classes. 3 is her limit. And she's like, I want out of here. Leave me alone. And I can't because I can't see down the hallway. I thought about putting a monitor up in the living room to watch her, but she's so fast, and she unlocks our doors now. She cannot open them because they have door handle covers, but she likes to spin those, so I just cannot. And this kid climbs and jumps and sits on the dog on the couches. She tries to jump on them, and there's no way. Okay. Now in here, I'll put her on the iPad for a little while I'm teaching, or I'll give her puzzles to work on, and she'll do those. She'll call her, but it doesn't last forever. And I've decided that's just not going to work. My husband does take her 1 day a week to work with him, and we're going to continue that. So I'm going to do classes on those days, but it's going to have to be my ongoing or one-time classes because I can't keep booking out through the week. But that said, also choose something you're super passionate and enjoy teaching. Like anything you're passionate about and enjoy teaching is going to be something that you're going to get booked for often because you show that passion and that enthusiasm in class. But you're also going to get booked for it a lot, and therefore you're going to have to repeat yourself a lot. Like on VIP Kid, where you start teaching kind of the same lessons. It's sort of like that. But luckily, I really do enjoy what I'm teaching, and I've made one of them a little bit of a challenge for me that I have to keep up with, that I don't just go in and teach and leave. The other one, I go in and teach and leave. I don't have a whole lot of prep. Also, I expanded out to doing flex classes, and I'm not so sure I like them. I was loving the idea that if parents said, hey, I request this time, which I kept getting request after request after request, believe it or not, seriously, for different classes, and I was like, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. I don't teach. Even some parents are like, seriously, that's the only time you have? And I'm like, I am on the East Coast and I have a little girl. I don't know what to tell you. My husband's gone during the day. I don't trust just anybody to watch my kid, and it's the pandemic. Not going to hire anybody right now to watch my daughter. So yeah, I'm serious. But I ended up coming up with flex classes for those most popular ones, and I'm sending the links to parents saying, look, I'm sorry I cannot help you, but here's an option if you're interested, which means that we don't meet live. I have a pre-recorded video of me teaching the lesson. I send to the classroom along with links for the homework, and I check in just throughout the week. I check in, and as I get notifications that they've posted, I reply, or if they comment or send me messages. I'm finding there's not a lot of participation, and apparently that's just the thing. But they're supposed to interact with each other, and in a couple of them they are. But these other two, I've gotten like zilch. I keep posting in there to make sure their things are working. I've messaged to see if everything's okay, and they're just not there. So, but they did log in on the typing class that I have. I have a separate link that they go in, and they log in and they do lessons and activities and assessments. And so I saw that they logged in, so they are there. But I don't know if they're just looking at my class or if they're actually taking the class. I don't know. So I'm not sure if I like that. I mean, it helps with not being able to teach, but it's like, I kind of like being in person. So we're going to figure that all out later. I've also discovered getting an agenda book like this that's huge, and I can break down my schedule by 15-minute increments instead of the hour by hour by hour, because my classes are 25 minutes long. And so being able to write down what I've scheduled out, and then as a parent contacts me and says, can you please teach this? This is when we're available. I can go, I have something or I don't. Let me go check and see if it's booked. It's not booked. Okay, I can erase it out of here, delete it from there. Let's book you. And then with VIP Kid, I can keep track as I accept. Oh, that reminds me, I need to do that priority request. Got to do that. Got distracted. I can go in and mark my schedule. Now, have I missed a class? I almost did. On Sunday, I was 15 minutes late to class, y'all. My in-laws came in to visit. I knew they were coming. I knew I had the class. I thought I set an alarm, and I didn't. And we were sitting there talking, eating lunch, and I went, oh my gosh, my class. And I came running in here, and 3 families joined us. I went ahead and refunded them, though, because half the class is gone. I stayed over a little bit, and we did cover everything, but it was really fast. And they were so super sweet about it. They were like, it's fine. I understand. I'm just glad you're here. And I was like, I'm so sorry. And I messaged all the other families and told them I was so sorry and I issued a refund. And a mom responded that didn't come into the class because she was like, I guess you weren't coming. She was really sweet. And she was like, of all the things to miss class for, spending time with family, I think we can understand that that's actually a worthy cause, which was really sweet. And then I did have one withdraw, but they left me a 5 out of 5 stars. So customer service is everything, and keeping track of everything. I forgot to check my schedule and I forgot to set my alarm. And then today, y'all, I had a tutoring class on Zoom scheduled. It was in my book. It was on my Google Drive as a save thing to go to that link. I don't use Google Calendar because things tend to disappear suddenly out of Google Calendar. I don't know why. And it tends to get overloaded with a lot of things going on. I like when it's broken out like this at a list so I can check off what I'm doing. Obviously, I've not been doing that. And I missed the class today, you guys. I can't believe it. But considering all I'm keeping up with, and then my husband was late to work today, and I got his butt up, and I was packing my daughter because he was supposed to take her to work with him, and I was trying to get things done in my classroom at the same time, and I realized that's what was going on, and I hadn't had a bathroom break, and I ran out, and that's when I realized he wasn't at work, and I was like, ah! So I went running. I was like, I've got 20 minutes. Time went by and I didn't realize it, and then I came back to my phone and my WhatsApp had started messaging me. This mom had tried calling me like, hey, we're here, and it was our first day, you guys, and I was like, oh, I feel so bad. So my advice for new teachers, get you this bad boy or something similar that's big, that breaks out your schedule, and check it. And set alarms even when you're awake to remind you, hey, you've got somewhere to be. That's kind of my doing. I'm not overloaded. I'm actually doing great. I just stayed up the other night making videos, and I'm tired because of that, so that might be part of it. But the schedule itself's been great. It's been from 5 to 8 a.m., and then I've been doing 6 to 8 p.m. most days during the week, like Monday through Thursday or Monday through Friday. And I miss having my evenings with my family, but it's been really nice. My husband cooks supper, and he plays with our daughter and does bath time, so it's usually kind of a busy time anyway, and I'm doing so well that, y'all, my monthly income was ba-bam. Now, this says 2,000, I don't know if this has got it turned correctly or not, but $2,887.11. That's as of today what's been deposited in PayPal. Okay, so that's after Outschool fees and PayPal fees from when I've booked people outside of Outschool, because I've been getting bookings outside, believe it or not, through Facebook, through a mom that's referring me to other friends who come in, and she's like, don't put them on Outschool. And then she just moved off of Outschool because she found out about the 30% they keep, and I didn't tell her this. She just messaged me on WhatsApp and was like, I just found this out, and that's not good for teachers. She's like, I want to go off of this. And I was like, no, I feel bad. And she goes, no, we're doing this. That's also not including VIP kid. Is that including VIP? That might be including VIP kid. I probably should go check that. But I had it all written out and it raced off my board. But that's pretty dang good, you guys, still for a whole month. And with VIP Kid, I'm only teaching one student now. At the beginning of the month, I had two, and then I had one she'd book and cancel. But these are my regulars, and now I'm down to just the one schedule-wise because I just couldn't meet everybody else's schedule because I was actually getting booked. I'm actually getting full classes now. Not all of my classes are full, but there's a certain class I teach that keeps filling up really fast, sometimes last minute, but it still fills. And I have another one that it filled full on Sundays, but it's not on other days, it's on half filled. And then I've got one that can be half filled, and I might have one learner. And then I have another one that's usually half to one learner as well. So it varies as far as my bookings right now, and I don't know how consistent this will be. I don't know how much is this the C word or the P word, or how much of this is, everybody considering homeschooling or worried about getting behind, or they're getting tired of being home, so they're signing up for classes. I don't know how long everybody's going to be able to afford to do this, but dang, I have never in my life, y'all, at any of my jobs, ever in my entire life, made this much money after fees and everything else. Now, this doesn't include taxes taken out, so I got to still do that, but still, when I was at a brick and mortar teaching job, the most I made after 3 years of teaching, I made $1,800 in my pocket. Now, that's after taxes. That's with benefits. This does not include benefits. My other job gives me benefits. This does not include my other job. So I understand that it could be a little less, but this is from home on my terms. What in the world have I been doing with my life, you guys? And imagine if I had gotten smarter about my schedule early on and I had found these classes to be bookable early on. I didn't add these till like the middle of the month. So I'm curious to see what August does. We'll see with kids going back to school or not doing school and all that. And that mom that I was telling you about, she's from Hong Kong. She's amazing. Shout out to Tees. She just booked her mom and dad with me. She asked if I would teach them. Her dad joined in on our last reading tutoring class with her son. He's 4, and she wants him to be able to read in English, and she's afraid he's going to get behind. He's been out of school for a year and a half because of all that's been going on there. They moved to London. Now they're back, and she's worried about that. So she's been having him do class after class after class, and now she's booked me for 2 more months. Let's see. My classes are 6 weeks, so really she wants to do 2 more rounds. So it's going to be like the whole semester together. But we had our last day of this first round, and her dad joined in. She said, "Can he join you?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And I was like, "Hello." And I said, "Grandpa's come in all the time. I'm used to this, the VIP kid." She goes, "Oh, okay, well, good." And he just wanted to see what the class was like. And then after class, she started messaging me. "My dad wants to take class, and mom does too." They're getting ready to start traveling when all this calms down, and they want some help becoming fluent, starting from the beginning for him and starting with phonics for her mom. And I was like, well, we'll customize as we go, because that's usually what I do. I have it all prepared, and then as they come in and we do a little pre-assessment, kind of see where we're at. And then I make a list of sight words we know or don't know, and then we move forward from there, and I make it based on what they need. So she's excited. She's like, "I'm going to pay for their first month and get it set up for me and let me know." And they want to start right away next week doing 1 hour a week. And they're just going to do like a few weeks. So it's like they kind of tell me what the class is going to be essentially, and I just do what I can. But I try my best to help them the best I can. So I just upgraded my Zoom account because, whew, y'all, I'm not going to be able to do an hour class without doing that. And that's going to cut into cost, but I'm also having less fees taken out. And as far as Zoom goes and doing PayPal fees, I can't speak on that because I'm trying to figure out my fees that they're keeping out, and it's different because I'm getting paid from different methods, different ways. So I've got to go finish figuring that out. I've got to finish updating my accounts in my QuickBooks so that I can tell you exact numbers. But y'all, this is crazy. So I hope that motivates you. I'm currently also still coaching teachers for VIP Kid. I just had one teacher first class. It was so exciting. And I also have a few signed up on Outschool that haven't been approved yet. but I had one. She has made her first $100, which is awesome. So I earn a little bit of commission from that. So if you use my referral link and codes below for either of those companies, please reach out to me. They don't give me your contact information to be able to say, hey, can I help you? And I would love to be able to help you. So if you do, please let me know. And then also, there's going to be a link for $20 credit towards classes if you want to try classes out. And feel free to come view my class. Now, you have to be on camera. I cannot approve you into the classroom unless you do. So make sure you have a learner that is 3 to 18 years old that you have on camera. And then I'll be happy. Or we can meet on Zoom, or we can message on Facebook or Instagram, and I can help you out, or email. I can help you out with the lesson planning. That's what I'm doing right now, actually, as we speak. On Facebook, I'm helping a teacher who messaged me with lesson planning. So I'm always happy to do that. And she's not even signed up under me. I just like lesson planning. So feel free to reach out if you need help with that, or getting going, or how something works. I have tons of videos on that, but I'm also happy to help. And I'm going to share this video as well to the Cannon's Compass channel. So you guys may not know me as Teacher Lauren on there. You may know me as Lauren Cannon. I'm all the above, okay? I'm a little bit of everybody and everything. I'm just whatever hat I need to have on at that moment. That's who I am. So make sure you check all this out, you guys. And I hope you'll leave me some comments and questions and thoughts, feelings, emotions. Or you can email me at popjoyprince@gmail.com. Or cannonscompass@gmail.com. I think that covers everything. I hope y'all have a good rest of the day. Bye-bye.